Okay guys, so this is a video on Godtear, the new game from Steamforged Games. I've just received my Kickstarter models, and before I go any further, let's mute everybody's sound levels. Okay, so Godtear. What is it? What it's about? What do I think? Well, first off, it is a hex-based game, so this is the neoprene mat which comes with the game, which I really quite like. Nice quality. A couple of my early access models which are metal. So about nearly 2 years ago I got 6 champions in metal to help playtest and open playtest and try the game out and see what I thought before the Kickstarter went live. The Kickstarter went live a few months later. I pledged on it and I got my stuff today, just a bit. So to give people an idea of what I got, we have a few champion boxes, just a few, and a couple of starter boxes. So what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to go through stuff quickly and let people have a look at the models and see what you think. So let's start off with the Eternal Glaive. I've already had a quick look through these all, purely to make sure there wasn't any problems with the models. So we'll just go the rest of the way and show you them. So what you get in the boxes? A baggie, which is always nice to have something to store your tokens when you pop them out of the card. So you get, well, I got the neoprene sheet, but obviously with the starter set you get a cardboard one. Nice thick cardboard. One side is the same as the neoprene, the other side is special for the box. So you've basically got 3 artworks for the game board. You get cardboard tokens for Godtears and all the tokens you need for the game. So wound tokens, turn tokens, blight and boon tokens, etc. And first and second player. You have champion cards. So you can put your cards in there and keep them all organised. The rule book, which is nicely laid out, clean, easy to read, scenarios in the back, 31 pages, which only a small amount of background in it, so hopefully we'll get some more background out of them sooner than later. But basically, it goes through the game, tells you how to play. Then you have cards. The cards for the champions and the followers, and then you've got the card models of the actual models. So the actual models, let's see if we can do this at all. We'll round and down. I'll probably get some photos of these for you guys, for you as well. So if I'm talking and it suddenly goes to photos, that's why I can't get decent photos. So this is Morrigan, who is an undead Slayer, Slayer, and Nina, is it Nina? Well, I think it's a gnome shaper with her quartz lens. So basically crystal golems, which I quite like. And then Morrigan comes with undead minions, and they both come with their banners. So it basically 3 cards per champion, 1 for her, 2 for her, and 1 for the minions. So yeah, Nina. So overall, I really like these models. Quality is, if we get one of these out, let's get her out because the staff is quite long. So one of the big issues people tend to find with models is these big these bend. So yes, it does bend, but it fits back to place pretty much straight away. And everything feels pretty tough in my opinion, so I don't think there's going to be any risk of models being bent out of shape or unusable because they are knackered. So overall, that's box one. Oh, and you also get a pile of dice. All the dice. Probably the only thing I'm probably a bit... I understand them getting rid of the different types of dice, but I did quite like when there was different dice. So in the early playtest, we actually had different dice types. It wasn't just a single dice. So same in Borderlands set. Move that back and round up. So Borderlands, very much the same. Board with different artwork on one side. Tokens. I'm not going to go for the tokens again. You've seen, they're all the same. Those you've seen before. Cards, baggy, rulebook, different colouring. So this one's a blue and yellow theme to go with these two. So this is a Maelstrom and a Guardian. You have Titus, who's the that's supposed to be a curved sword. I think that is supposed to be a curved sword. I was just trying to work it out. So you've got Titus. Let me just grab something. Boom, boom. You gonna focus? Nope. Okay. I'm gonna have to take photos. So while I'm talking, you'll get photos up on screen of these models. So you've got Titus, who's Maelstrom, all about taking out the opponent's followers with his followers. So he's got axeman, a couple of axes, a spear, and sword and dagger. And Vineyard, probably the model I like the most is the elf with dual morning stars and dual swords in the front. Can never be over equipped. I'm not convinced of that, but yeah, that's basically. He's got swords on his back, swords on his front, swords on his front, and he's wielding morning stars. Yeah, I think he's overcompensating for something, but what the hell. So Finja, his sword's a little bit bent, but I'm pretty certain a bit of hot water will get that straightened out and kept straightened out, but we'll see. But overall, reasonably happy with those. Again, I'm not going to go through all the different models because, sorry guys, I'm not going through all this duplicate stuff because we've seen it before in the other box. Right, so now the champions. So now the individual champions. So on top of these two boxes, the 5 champions that I'm about to show you, there's also 6 additional ones which were in the Kickstarter. I had the metal ones which came from the early access, so I didn't buy any of them, but I do have the early access ones, and I'll put some photos up of them at the end so you can see them. Obviously sculpts may have changed somewhat since then because metal to plastic, etc. But just so you know what there is. So first off, we've got Halftusk, the Warden of the Scone King, and his Troglodytes. So we have a troll. Yes, a troll champion. Again, really love the quality of these models, really like them. Decent stiffness on the models, and really nice models, and good detail. As I say, while I'm talking, we'll put photos up of them. And his Troglodytes. Again, I can't see much in the way of flashing. Can't see much in the way of holes that are going to need filling because while these are pre-assembled, not single part models. So these will have been assembled in the factory by people and then packaged and sold to you as complete models. So you may occasionally find some of the mold line, some of the points are not glued together quite as well as they should be. Other than they'll be totally fine. So that's what you get in a box. You get the champion, his minions, which range between 1 and 5, and a banner, and the cards, so you can play them straight away. So literally, you unbox this and you can start playing straight away, which I love. Next on the list, the other Guardian, which is Moonblade. So this is the other undead with Mulligan. This is Moonblade, who's already had... Let's do something about it. Let's do something with this. Okay, so the next one is Moonblade. Right, next is Moonblade. Again, put photos up of them. So this is Moonblade, and his minions are the Nightshades. So these are undead flamey dudes. Quite literally, he has a flaming skull. He's got, and I'm not going to talk about how they play, what they play, because I'm going to be doing games and I can discuss that while we play. I'll probably do quick what Guardians, what Slayers, what my Maelstroms are as we go. I'm just talking about quick guy. So again, my opinion of these, again, take a look at this one. This guy has quite a skinny sword, but that is still pretty... Oops. As I just throw him around. That's a pretty skinny sword, which is straight. You bend it, it bends, it goes back to play. It goes back to place. Can't really say more than that. That's all you can ask. Right. Probably the model I don't like. Well, it's not I don't like him. I'm not a massive fan of him. The original Kickstarter had this model being a female called Grimshala. Had the same rules and everything, but Steamforged made a decision partway through playtesting of changing Grimshala to Grimgut. They decided there was connotations for a big fat lady who was mostly naked, etc., etc. So they decided they weren't doing it, so they've moved him over. They moved Grimshala to Grimgut. There was lots of complaints about it on the internet. People saying that we shouldn't have done it. We sort of were sold the game with her being with the model being Grimshala rather than Grimgut. My opinion is this was a freebie you got. It was an unlock. If you really going to complain over one model, don't play that model. You've got another 8 to play with. You only need 3. So my opinion is, I'm not a massive fan of Grimgut the way he looked. I wasn't a massive fan of Grimshala. So that isn't the reason why I don't like him, but I just didn't like the idea of the model. So I probably won't play him. He'll get painted because I will paint all of these. He's a big blob of fat, and there's just not a lot to him. And he has retchlings, which are little skulls with lots of goop and such like around them. So again, while I'm talking, you'll put photos. I'll put photos up. Overall, he's all right, but model-wise, he's all right. I just don't like him as a idea. Oh, don't throw models around. See that. Next up, we have another shaper. This is Rattlebone, the Prophet of the Ascended Past, and her Hexens. So this is an orc, obviously an orc shaman, with her Hexens. So she's got 5 Hexens. If I remember correctly, her Hexens actually don't start on the board. I seem to remember. Let's have a look, because it's been a while since I've played these, obviously. So let's have a quick look and see. So she has the ability to remove hexens and move them near her. Yeah, it looks like they got rid of the hexens don't start by the looks of that, but I'm not sure. It's been a while since but yeah, so she's basically a shaman, works with her totems to do stuff. So all her hexens are her totems, and overall she does stuff with them. She controls the board because she has lots of blights, and she basically blights. She basically puts blights on the enemy and hurts them via that. Makes them hard. They don't get to do as much because they're blighted. And then last on the cards is Sneaky Pete. It is a goblin. So, Sneaky Pete, the goblin, that's his artwork, quite nice. Sneaky Pete is a slayer, so he's all about killing the champions, and his little goblin helpers will do the same. So you got goblins with knives. Sneaky Pete himself is quite a big goblin. Again, I do like the model. Again, quite a skinny sword, which strikes and goes back into place, which is all you can ask. So yeah, overall, I love these models. I'll be playing a lot of Godtear. You're probably going to hopefully see quite a bit of Godtear stuff up on the channel. And I'm going to take some photos now of the different champions. So we have Rangosh, who is the Minotaur with his human bandits. You then have Wraith Marid with his whirlpools, which are Wraith Marid is a Dragon King. They all are elementals. They deal with one element, so he has whirlpools, which are his water elements. You have Shell and his Golem Landfly. Shell is a Earth Druid. Shell is his Golem, which he created. So Shell's a bit of a different champion. Most of the champions are all quite a bit bigger. He's actually normal human size, and his follower is the big model. You have then Rodri and his household guard. Rodri's a dwarf. Again, really nice model, really nice stoic poses, and so on. You have Blackjaw and his orcs, which he is a maelstrom. He's all about killing everything on the table, all the minions on the table he wants to get rid of. And then lastly, you've got Lysander, who is the elf champion with her archers, who's a slayer who's all about killing the enemy from range. So that's all the models. I hope you like. So obviously those last 6 are the metal ones. The plastic ones have slightly different poses in places. Not all of them, but some of them do. And hopefully you'll be seeing them soon and you'll be able to play. I'm going to do some demos locally, and I'm going to be playing the game and trying to get a following going here, but hopefully there'll be some games on video in the near future. But for now, goodbye, and I'll see you next time.